Byron's copy of the Morgante maggiore of Luigi Pulci. I am Adam Douglas from Peter Harrington, and I'd like to show you this copy which was used by Byron in the preparation of his translation of Pulci's work, which turned out to influence his major work, Don Juan, which he was writing at the same time. Now, it's an unprepossessing set of books. They're quite small, as you can see against the scale of my hands, and they're in 4 volumes. The first volume has actually, the board is now detached, which could be repaired, but due to the significance of the annotations in it, we've decided to leave it as is. If I show you, they're all the same. They all have the book plate of Pietro Gamba, who was the brother of Teresa Gamba, who Byron was having an affair with at the same time. And all of them have Byron's signature cut away from the title page. Now, this one is not showing it so much, but I can show you on the first volume, although the signatures are cut away, you can see the shadow of the pen mark behind where it's been cut away, and you can see there the shape, the absolutely characteristic shape of the initial capital B, the Y, the downstroke is there, crossing the printed letter M, and the rest of the Ron, as his pen gets lighter, is still there in shadow. So it is definitely Byron's signatures that have been cut away. We don't know why they've been cut away. Maybe it was because the Gamba family didn't want to be associated with it. Perhaps Pietro Gamba wanted his book back and thought it was rather cheeky of Lord Byron to have written his name in them. But the significance of the book for us is the annotations which Byron has made here in pencil. Here at the top of page 13, we can see one of them. And these annotations are him going through the text, marking any difficulties that he will have as a translator. The way Byron translated it was to translate it more, he tried to do it line by line, word for word, which is obviously impossible in reality, but he tried to get as close to that as possible. So he really wanted to know what all the Italian words meant. And we can see his biggest problem here right at the end of the first canto, which is the only canto that he ended up translating of this. And here, just at the right, we see the word sbergo, and in the margin next to it, he's written breastplate. Now that's not actually the word he used in the finished translation. He used a rather more obscure kurios, which is a word that describes a breastplate and a backplate together. He decided that's what it must mean. But he actually wrote to John Murray, his publisher, asking him, he said, I can't understand what this word means. I've no idea what it means in Italian. I've asked everybody I know, and please help. If you know anybody, Italian scholars in London, ask them what it means, because I really want to get it right. The key to this is that the verse form, and in fact the whole tone of the poem, is exactly the kind of semi-comic tone that he used in Don Juan, which he was beginning to write at just the same time. If he ever intended to translate the whole of the Morgante maggiore, he did not do so. He only finished with Canto 1. So this is his annotated working copy, which provided the inspiration for his final masterpiece. For full details of this and for other works by Byron, please see the Peter Harrington website.